Hello.
Happy Sunday!
Happy rainy Sunday from the headquarters of Madrid and Daracot.
I am Daracot.
I am Madrid.
It's like our podcast.
I am the rainy one.
Hope everyone's well. It's been a rubbish couple of days in Madrid. It's been rainy. I feel homesick.
Do you?
Like a summer's day in
for the weather.
Yeah, it's really English today. Not hot, not cold. Blustery. Do you know the word blustery?
No. What's that?
Windy.
Oh.
But not windy like, oh, it's a bit windy. It's like, the trees are shaking. It's blustery.
Oh.
Today was blustery.
Oh, it blasts my mind.
So, welcome back to another, the penultimate tasting of our, what month is it?
October box.
October box. So, we're going to, before we talk about the wine today,
yes,
we're going to do our introductions and we're going to present to you.
But before, we are going to beg you to subscribe, to give us a like.
You have no shame. Click the notification bell.
Yes, and click the F bell.
Ing bell. And what happens if they take a photo of themselves doing the tasting
Well,
today?
they will be in a contest. They can win a prize.
No.
And there are people seriously involved in this contest.
People who are pathetically no, people really want to win this wine.
I'm gonna
go and get it. I'll tell them what they need to do. So, to win this wine, and you've only got 2 tastings left to be in the running, you need to take a photo of your tasting. You don't have to be in it. If you are, brilliant. If not, no worries. Hashtag whatever you want at Madrid Daracot. When we do the lottery sorting at the end of this month, the first tasting of the next box, we'll see who wins this ginormous Magnum.
Giant Magnum Pinot Noir Rosé.
You were drinking that on film the other day.
Yes, and it's amazing.
So we will be producing more content. So after we finish this box, we'll sort of upload some stuff, sherry videos, Rocky, drinking this with the wine distributor, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, when this month in this October box, we had the luck to drink the Pinot Noir red from this same winery. So now it's your chance to try this rosé for free.
So photo to your story or your normal page at Madrid Daracot, and we'll make a note. And then next week when we start the new box, we will choose the winner.
Well, November
is almost here.
Is coming, and we have already the November box.
Remember, the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason and plot.
Ooh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Well, this is Guy Fawkes trying to kill Parliament, but the same idea. So, I think this is as good, if not, maybe even more interesting than the October box, because we got some really
We are doing a good job with these boxes.
Where should we start? What should we show them? What should we start with?
Go with for the big one. What about? Have you heard about Toro wine region? What about 100% Tempranillo, aged in whiskey barrels, brought from Scotland?
Can't be. It is. This is pure sex. Next.
Okay. Do you know there are wines in Rueda that has won the adjective of brilliant, and Bellandrade y Lurton is one of them. This is the Jan version.
And you may know the word. You may understand the language of Bellandrade and Lurton. This is something quite special. Oh, I love this wine.
What is a Pago wine? Okay, let's try and learn about Pago wines, trying a beautiful one from Ailes in the area of Cariñena. You will love it.
I think this wine is sensual.
Essential, yeah.
Sort of soft and smooth. Oh, baby, look at this bad
Probably
boy.
the best Gorello from the Bierzo area.
A region which is more famous for the reds, but having
actually we had in the September box we had a Bierzo wine, Mencía, Cesar Marquez.
Oh yeah,
What's the first or the second one? I don't remember.
I think it was the second one.
But anyway, this is probably the best Gorello white wine from the
recently
area.
got 94 points on the Pinion. Very fancy. One of my favorites, the old classic. Yes.
Look at that crocodile.
Talk about marketing. This is, for me, an example of a wine from an area which punches above its weight.
Yeah.
I took this to a tasting once.
Arraez is the winery of Cava. We tried, I think, in the lockdown tastings, the
my dad will know.
Sutra.
Yeah, my dad will know Cava Sutra. This is their reds.
And this is one of the top wines of that winery. Excellent.
And I took it to not a blind tasting, I took it to a tasting against a quite expensive Ribera del Duero, and everyone preferred this, just saying.
I have an idea for the last one.
Hang on. Is it a... Ding! Oh, that didn't work.
Okay, yeah, it's not a bob, it's a wine.
What is this?
It's Vino Fino, from Montilla Moriles.
From Jerez?
No, from Montilla Moriles, Córdoba. And
it's genius.
We have a lot of things to talk about this wine. So this is September box. Sorry, November box. September box. Oh.
It's all just terrible.
And it's plenty of excellent wine, super interesting wine, wine to learn, wine to enjoy.
And wine to save money. We are being really generous this time. It's 100 euros of wine.
It's 100 euros.
What are we doing?
For 75.
What are we doing?
We are putting a lot of pressure in the distributors. We are driving crazy but we cannot give it up. We are losing money with you guys.
Shut up and give me your wine, you asshole. It's gonna get to the point like when the coronavirus post-apocalyptic hellscape continues and it's 2025 and the box is 75 euros, but somehow we have 4,000 euros of wine.
Yeah. So do not actually the first orders of this box are flying tomorrow. Yes. So don't be shy and order online your November box.
Don't be shy. Give it a try.
Come on, look. Okay. We lose followers every time you do one of your...
Even my parents have stopped listening. My dad's like, nah.
Take this out. Come on. Look,
just keeping it cold. So, what are we having today, Mr. Madrid?
Well, actually, it's one of my favorite international grapes. If you want to, at least, if you want to keep safe drinking white wines outside Spain, Gewürztraminer,
which is such a great grape.
It's a great grape, it has to be It's a grape that is located in very specific regions of Europe and the rest of the world. It doesn't work in all weathers. It's not that. I'd say it like 4 wheels.
Yeah, you know the film Some Like It Hot?
Yes.
Gewürztraminer doesn't. I've got so many bad jokes today. It's been a long weekend.
It works in cold weathers much better than in hot weathers. So that reason is not very popular in Spain. It works very well in precisely in these regions, more in the north, in close to mountains like Somontana. And
this is the wine.
This is a wine, Sommos Gewürztraminer.
And you can see there.
Sommos Collection.
And that's a little picture,
it's
painting.
Important, yeah.
Of the winery, which is super cool.
Yeah.
You got a better vision?
Yes, I have a better picture here.
That's better, yeah.
Here it goes.
I love that bottle. We'll talk about that bottle again. We'll talk about all these different things you can see. But I presume we should start with our tasting sheet.
Yes. It's here. Well, let me show this picture.
Oh, look at that.
This is why
this
beautiful. Grape works. This is where it comes from. Do you see those beautiful cap? How do you say cap? Snow-capped mountains. Those are the Pyrenees.
That's amazing.
It's beautiful,
Somontano
right?
means at the foot of the mountain. Somontano. That makes sense. That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I've been in the area. I've been in Huesca. I've never driven in the Somontano region.
Yeah, this. I mean, the epicenter.
My dad drives.
The epicenter of this region is a town called Barbastro.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
I think there's a wine called Barbastro as well.
Could be.
Bodegas Barbastro, I think.
Yeah.
So, before we talk about the wineries and the grapes, time to taste.
Gewürztraminer, Sommos Collection.
Say it properly.
No, you do it better.
Gewürztraminer!
Okay. But is it a German grape or a French grape from a very... Well, we would talk about the grape... No, because...
What
the only
is going on?
Vintage, 2019. Okay, now...
We'll talk about the grape. We'll talk about the grape later, but it is a German name, which I'll explain later. It's probably from Middle Germany or South Middle Germany, but it's become more of a French grape. But we'll talk about... I will bore you to tears about that later.
First of all, cheers.
Cheers, man. I've been looking forward to this wine.
Oh, I love it.
I have to say, though, what I like about this, it's so much more elegant than lots of the Gewürztraminers I've tried.
Especially the ones from Madrid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andrew, already got a question. What is your favourite wine from Bath? There is a great one. There's a winery called Oldwick.
Oldwick?
Yeah, Oldwick. You have the one we tried from remember my grandma?
Oh, yes.
Really lovely. I think the grape was
Yes.
Bacchus. So yeah, there's the Oldwick estate.
Bacchus was the grape. Yes, that's right. And it was really good.
Really yummy, flinty,
Yeah.
grassy. So there is good wine in Bath. Anyway,
I'm worried about English wine. It's becoming more and more popular.
as we kill the world with global
We should be
warming.
the only shop in Madrid with English wine.
That was the plan. My parents were going to come over, and we were going to buy from
Yes, they were going to come with their suitcases plenty
full
of
of English wine, and we could sell them.
to be resold here.
It's a shame because there's some really beautiful stuff. If there's any English people watching, there's a wonderful winery, sorry, called, has nothing to do with this, Stopham. Stopham, Stopham wineries. Really good Pinot Gris and Pinot Blanc. Anyway.
Well, this grape, Gewürztraminer, all the versions I've seen are white wine. But today, when I was doing my work, doing the research for the images, I said, okay, wait. This is not Gewürztraminer. This is not white.
Yeah, it's not a green.
Oh my God.
grape.
I was.
Have you got the photo of it?
Yes, I have.
It's not a green white grape.
Here it is.
Here you are.
It's not totally white.
It's pinky.
It's pinky.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There
This
you go.
picture is
There-
better.
there you
That's
go.
Gewürztraminer.
So one of the old German names
So
was
what they do with the
She
skins?
can cut ignoring me.
Sorry.
No, they use the skins. The skins. That's why this is a different one. This is a bit lighter, but some of the Gewürztraminers can be honey coloured because you do get more colour. Another old German name for Gewürztraminer was Roter Traminer, red Traminer. More on the Traminer later. But if they're that pink, they'll probably just not use the skin so much. But the one you showed before, it all gets thrown in, and that's why you generally get sometimes a kind of a honey, peachier colour to the
All right.
Gewürztraminers. But that's more the ones you'll be getting.
Well,
in
I've
stuff.
seen in those aged Gewürztraminer from Alsace. I've seen probably those colors.
Yeah. Spanish ones tend to be just more a darker, normal white wine colour. This smells amazing. But okay, the colour,
Alcohol content.
probably quite high. 13.
13.
Pretty standard. Gewürztraminer can be
It's
very
much more than
alcoholic.
the one you can get from Alsace.
Not always, but usually. Again, we'll talk about the grape later, but it's a tricky grape for alcohol. This is quite high, but it could even be higher, but more on that later. I just want to talk about the grape. So, what are we looking at?
Producer Sommos Bodega Sommos. Sommos is a winery located in this area of Somontano. And they have a huge, large collection of wines. They are very proud of their Gewürztraminer.
It is one of the best rated Gewürztraminers in the country, we should probably
Yes,
mention.
actually, this and Viñas del Vero, both from the same area, are the best rated ones. We love this version because it has a little bit of aging, and it's. Look at that! I'm gonna show you.
It's the coolest winery.
Is the
If anyone has seen not Independence Day, if anyone has seen, no, maybe it is, I think it's Independence Day. Look at that. That is insane. Look at that.
That's the winery.
It's a spaceship.
It looks like an alien movie.
We are from the planet Sommos. We have come to make Gewürztraminer.
It's beautiful.
I think
Look
it
at
won.
that.
I think it won some kind of architecture award or something.
It has the face of Predator.
You should see when the doors open. It's the reptilian face inside. It's
And
so cool.
it happens, this winery is precisely very proud of the use of the technology. Normally we tend to value more those wineries, more, link it to the past, using old methods, but the technological advances are probably the big sign of this Sommos Bodega.
Futuristic. There's one thing I was... sorry to interrupt you. But there's something that I was reading which I think is brilliant. Well, they've got these millions of different things. So, not to bore you, but they have a vertical pneumatic press. They have what's called the Cartesian Ovis Carrying Robot, or more correctly, an Explorer robot, which basically means they're designing robots to move the barrels. But one thing I did read, which is something I really enjoy, is it's gravity-based. So they have these 17, if you look at the top of the winery, for example, the building, they have these 17-meter tall rooms, and at the top is where they'll be pressing the grapes gently, but they don't use pipes and pressure. They let gravity bring all the liquid down. So there's another one in Rioja called Baigorri. It's a really interesting way of using technology to actually bring out the most natural part of the wine, if that makes sense.
Yep.
But yeah. So color, beautiful.
Oh, let's go for the color. Region Somontano. Sorry, we will talk later about the region.
It's like a golden lemon.
Yeah.
And that's that lovely dark Gewürztraminer. And as you said, 4 months in oak. So it's got a bit of aging, but yeah, it's
super clear.
It's a gorgeous color.
Beautiful, right?
It looks like in England when you were a kid, you did this stupid thing. There's these little flowers called buttercups. Little yellow flowers, buttercups, and you would take one and you go, "Do you like butter?" And you hold it under their chin, and it would shine. The reflection of the sun, it will shine yellow.
Really?
You go, "Oh, you like butter?" That is the Victorian England I'm from.
You're a weird people.
Yes, I know. But it has again kind of buttercup thing. Anyway, what else have we got? Okay, let's just go straight to smelling it because it's incredible.
Oh, aromas. Let's go for the aromas because this has a lot of. It's complex. It's not that easy. What do you get here?
It's spicy, and that's because we have the oak. I get lychees. It's quite sort of exotic, tropical maybe, but not tropical like.
It has ripe fruit,
as opposed to unripe fruit. Or white fruit or ripe?
Ripe fruit.
You know what I mean? It doesn't smell like lemons and limes. It smells something kind of in Asian or something. I don't know, like something I would imagine in a rainforest. And they have a little bit of that spice, like
aromatic herbs. What do you get, guys?
Yeah, if you've got this wine, let us know. Oh, Fabio, Porsche does the same with gravity. Yes, they do. Yeah, Fabio, bubblegum. It's been smoking
bubblegum.
Fabio's high. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We have to say yes because he buys our wine. Lizzie,
all of them do.
Hello, in South Africa this is just super sweet, so I was surprised by the city, yeah. More on that in a moment. My ladies love the Tres Calas Rosado, and I'm guessing that you will get many orders from my mates. Good. Apricots, very nice.
Apricots, yeah. Yeah. Sweet spices.
Verbena? Verbena is...
Sweet spices.
Eva says verbena. What's verbena in English?
Verbena. Verbena is this
flower.
Yeah, it's a family of the. It's a family of the geranios.
Like a geranium.
Yeah, could be.
I like that. Let me check the official tasting notes on the back.
Is that verbena?
Verbena, yeah. If anyone can find the English transition.
It's a flower. It's a flower.
It is generally quite floral. So with Gewürztraminer, the classic ones, they tend to be... So Gewürztraminer is what we call an aromatic variety. Now, that sounds almost like a stupid thing to say, but some grapes are not intrinsically super aromatic. So Chardonnay is not an aromatic variety. Pinot Grigio is not a very aromatic variety. Verdejo is. Sauvignon Blanc
It has a high intensity.
Yeah, they're very intense, and they tend to have flowers and lychees and rose petals, really strong. So there's an interesting thing. Jancis Robinson wrote.
I remember.
Why are you always insulting? You're always interrupting my amazing stories.
If I don't interrupt you, I don't have the chance to talk.
Just remember I mentioned Jancis Robinson. Go.
Okay. I remember to try a very aged one from Alsace, and it had a strong aroma of cinnamon.
Interesting.
Is that right?
No idea. I
that.
haven't
I remember
tried
that.
many Alsace aged.
It's a beautiful grape. I love it.
But like you said, it's aromatic. So Janssens Robinson said, if you have a Gewürztraminer which is not not aromatic or doesn't have a strong aroma, it's probably been a mass-produced, overproduced Gewürztraminer. Gewürztraminer should always have a nice punch in the aromas. Jasmine, maybe jasmine, very nice. It is an aromatic herb with citrus elements. Dad says same word in English. Okay, verbena. Apparently, I don't know much about aromatic herbs. Eva also called lemon verbena, which sounds like I don't know, like a weird 1980s like electro pop bubblegum band. Hello, we are Electro Verbena, and we are here to rock you. Okay. No?
You're ruining everything. Okay.
So, taste.
Taste. Let's.
Everyone do your swizzle. That is Gewürztraminer. Oily and very low acidity. I mean, this is acidic compared to some sweet Gewürztraminer.
Elegant. Structure.
But no acid, which is Gewürztraminer.
Long finish. Why?
It's like it's just like old phrases like white wine, long finish.
I'm giving names to the feelings I have in my mouth now.
Oh. So one of the problems with Gewürztraminer, white, liquid. One of the problems with Gewürztraminer is if you're not careful, it can be very alcoholic and have very low acidity. Now, Gewürztraminer is like the absolute opposite of Riesling and Albariño. It's not a crisp, acidic, snappy white wine. It is oily, full, unctuous. A long finish, but it's sort of flat. It's not a... this is not with fish.
I have a nice connection of grapes and regions.
Do it.
This
Yes.
is their Muscat.
Oh, yes. Very much so. It's like the same kind of family of that lovely big... but your Spanish Moscatel has a bit more acidity.
Yeah.
Obviously, because Gewürztraminer has very low. Fabio, very creamy. Yeah, please make more noises, Lukey. I presume he doesn't want me to, so I will. But yeah, so Gewürztraminer is not the most popular grape. A lot of people think they want more like zip. I think my dad might correct me. I think my mum really likes Gewürztraminer. I think she likes the sweet ones, or maybe that's sweet Riesling. But anyway, Gewürztraminer makes amazing sweet wines because it's...
Riesling is a very... It's not similar, but they are not too different.
Which, what?
Riesling and Gewürztraminer.
Same kind of family, yeah, but very different on the palate. But they are the babies...
They're delicate and...
The babies of Alsace. Well, let's finish this, and then I'll tell everyone about the grape.
Balanced, super balanced. Finish, long finish.
It really just sixed around.
And what about pairing?
My mum says yes. Okay. One quick thing. Well, yes. We can for the temperature. Just to answer, Duncan, very very cold. Pairing. Oh, look at this.
I tell you to prepare your goat cheese for for this wine, and we have done it.
You have done it.
And I brought as well some tomato jam.
Is that from your mum?
From my mum.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Mummy Madrid. Basically, I think half of my life is eating things that your parents and your sisters send food packages to.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for your mother's trifle.
It doesn't look very good when it arrives in a box. It looks like that when it arrives in Correos.
Well, anyway, they don't want to see us eating all the time.
While Roque does this disgraceful thing, to answer Duncan, temperature, nice and cold. This is, I think...
This for you.
Temperature, nice and cold. This is fresh, bright and light. Price of this? 12?
11, 12. 12? 11.
12.
12.
20. 20.
12.20.
12.20. Glass, I mean, suggested glass. Because it's a white wine, people think a smaller one, but because it's so aromatic, you know me, I always like wine in a big glass, but I think these kind of wines, very aromatic, get a nice big bowl glass.
What would you pair with this one, apart of goat cheese?
Asian food.
Asian food?
Gewürztraminer is one of the kings of Thai cuisine, curries.
Sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gyothas. Gyothas would work.
Also,
prawn with gyothas.
Yes, I know you recently discovered homemade.
But also,
I eat this for God's
yeah,
sake.
sure. I've been thinking about pairing this wine. The last time I had it with lasagna de espinacas,
Spinach lasagna.
Yeah, and it worked really good.
Oh, yeah.
But
Well done, Mrs. Madrid.
yes, she is great doing this. She has a very ancient recipe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very popular. The dulce de tomate. It's called in Spain.
Maybe call it tomato jam in English. Sorry, carry on. You were making a lasagna.
But anything with prawns, for example, would work. Seafood.
Like pad thai, like Thai noodles with prawns, great.
So yeah, those are my suggestions. What would you pair with this wine? What comes to your mind when you drink this wine? What would you eat?
It's not the easiest wine. It's not the most gastronomic wine because of the lack of acidity. So you need something with blue cheese pair well.
Hummus.
Everything pairs with hummus.
You think chill?
I can't. Apart from sweet wine, I can't think of a wine that doesn't go with hummus. Goes with everything.
Now, but if you season it properly with
Do you think I'm going to Carrefour
with the
I
paprika?
go to Dia and just go on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, hummus would definitely work. So Fabio says, I had it with mushroom risotto. It didn't quite work. Well, that's what happens when you leave food pairing in the hands of Fabio Rodriguez.
Yes. Classic Fabio.
Good question from Lizzie. Would blue cheese pair well? I don't know.
I'm not the blue cheese person. I cannot eat it.
It might, but I think the lack of acidity might, as in it's because it, like you said, yes, because it's quite delicate. It might get overpowered by the blue cheese a little bit. Is that it?
No, they don't want to see us eating.
So you gave me half. Right.
Look, Taraka.
Can we finish now?
Pull yourself together.
Let's finish this. So maybe, but like we always say, have a go, try it. If you have some blue cheese, have some Gewürztraminer with it. It might get a bit overpowered because of its delicate nature.
Should we talk now about the grape?
Can I?
Okay. Prepare your pillows. Luke is going to talk about Gewürztraminer.
This is why people tune in. They love half an hour about a grape. So, Gewürztraminer, as you can see here. What do you think Gewürz means?
Gewürz means woman who rides a bicycle in the middle of the summer.
No, in the middle of winter.
No.
I mean spicy.
Oh, spicy.
So there is an original grape which is called Traminer, which is probably down from the Pfalz, the Pfalz region of Germany, sort of over the Rhine. In the Jura, if any wine geeks over there, Jura have the same grape and they call it Sauvignon Blanc, or not Sauvignon, Sauvignon. Anyway, grapes mutate, and interestingly, some grapes mutate to be the same kind of grape, but a more aromatic version. So, Traminer became Gewürztraminer when they found a different strain, a different clone, which was more aromatic. They called it Gewürz, like spicy. It's not really spicy. It doesn't smell spicy. You'd be very impressed to find any actual spice in a definitive way. But this one is because they've got barrel. It was also called aromatischer Traminer, I think.
Scare me.
This is German. Or roter Traminer, so red or aromatic Traminer. So this is a Traminer, but it's the aromatic one or the spicy one. And anyway, it migrated to my favorite French wine region, and many people watching will know I have a very strained relationship with French wine. I think it's not as good as it's supposed to be, often too expensive. Obviously, you spend money, you get good stuff. But it was always Bordeaux, Bordeaux, Burgundy, Burgundy. And then one day, I don't remember when it was, I had something called a Gewürztraminer from Alsace. And I thought it was German because I was like, oh, Gewürztraminer, Alsace, like Alsatian, like the German Shepherd. And I was like, oh, it's a French region. And every wine from there, I swear, is beautiful. Pinot Blanc, Pinot Gris, Riesling, Gewürztraminer. And interestingly, it's one of the very few French appellation contrôlée where they label by the grape, which is very different in the rest of France, which is the village. Like if you're in Burgundy and you don't know that village, well, you are stupid. But in Alsace, it's like, this is my Gewürztraminer.
Alsace is that always been a
Is it German? Is it French?
Conflict area. It's the beginning of all the world wars. Yeah.
Basically, I think it will be. I've been on the other side of the Rhine in Germany. I was in a place called the Kaiserstuhl. Which was
Stop talking like that! You scare me. I come from a country with a Jewish heritage.
Please send your complaints to Madrid and Darragh. P.O. Box. So tough crowd. So basically, it's this area which has, like you said, a shared history with Germany. Is it German? Is it French? Keeps going back and forth. But it's this amazing land. Culinarily, it's all German. So you're having like a Pinot Gris with like sausages and some sort of choucroute and all this kind of heavy sauerkraut and stuff. But the Gewürztraminer became famous there. So weirdly, not weirdly, but it's this very German-sounding grape, Gewürztraminer. It is from Germany originally, but arguably it is the home ground where it is its best is in the Alsace region of France, which I highly suggest if you haven't been there. It's on my list. Go there. But that's where this grape finds its highest, what's the word? The best version of itself. And again, the winemakers have to make sure the alcohol doesn't go too high. It's a very alcoholic grape. Keep that down, keep the acidity up, and create these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sort of aromatic punch bowls.
Where in the world we can find as well good Gewürztraminer, apart from Alsace?
There's some stuff in Australia. I think it's the Clare Valley. I think they have some there. I don't know. Germany, obviously some of the German regions have it. Somontano is genuinely listed in my big wine Bible. It is listed as one of the best places in the world for Gewürztraminer outside of France because they are very good there. Because of that cooling sensation from the Pyrenees, but you have a little Spanish twist, which is a bit more alcohol, a bit more body, but it's not.
I've tried as well. Gewürztraminer from Germany was beautiful as well.
Yeah, the Germans, yeah. the reason Pfalz. and also Baden-Baden.
Baden-Baden
has some nice. Everything sounds. I love the German words. Like Pinot Noir is Spätburgunder.
It's the way. It's not the German. I don't have anything against the German language.
I love it. It's so strong.
It's the way you pronounce it. The way you scream it.
Pinot Gris Grauburgunder. I love it.
They don't talk like that.
You haven't met my family. In Hamburg, that's how they speak.
Well,
Viva Alsace, Viva Gewürztraminer.
Let's talk now a little bit about the region.
Yes, it's a really weird region. I've never really got a handle on it. It's really, I find it quite mysterious, Somontano.
Well, the region, I always bring my map with me. For those, okay, it's one of the 4 wine regions of this area of Aragon.
But it's all over in the north by itself.
Yeah,
like a little
it's very
loner.
close. It's already located in the Pre-Pyrenees. Pre-Pyrenees, is that correct?
The foothills, if you want to sound more romantic.
And it's located there. I have also another map, even more interesting. If you...
Can you find it? Can you
Yeah,
find it?
here it
There,
is.
he's got it.
It's one of the 4 regions, and I love all of them. I love all of them. Campo de Borja, Cariñena, and Calatayud. That's the kingdom of Garnacha.
El Imperio de Garnacha, they call it. It's beautiful.
El Reino.
But then you tiptoe over into Somontano, and there's not much Garnacha at all.
No. It's complete different weather.
No. I know you will tell us the varieties they can use. So I want to make a comment, and I want to see if I'm right, okay? So before you tell everybody the grapes, I'm not going to look.
Okay.
I would imagine there's a massive amount of foreign grapes you can create, because I always say, now I know there are local grapes. We have one here called Arcos, which is originally called Moristel. I've never seen it there, but I always think Somontano is one of these regions which is one of the best regions for foreign grapes. For example, if you want a Tempranillo, yes, they're very nice and very well priced in Somontano, but just next to where you have Navarra and Rioja. If you want a Garnacha, yeah, but then you've got Campo de Borja, Cariñena. I always find I'm very impressed by the Merlot, the Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, the Gewürztraminer, all Chardonnay. And in fact, I think Sommos, I think they have a Tempranillo, and every other grape is French. This winery.
Yeah, could be.
So I bet money, I'm going to bet my money now, that this region has lots of permitted foreign grapes and probably only 2 Spanish. That's my guess.
Okay, let's talk about let's talk about Somontano. It's a beautiful area.
God, I want to go there.
It's in the Pre-Pyrenees of insist those mountains in the
Back.
In the back, sorry. The back, those are the Pyrenees. And, well, this is located in the province of Huesca. And everything goes around the town of Barbastro. But it's not a small region. It has 43 municipalities.
It's pretty big, yeah.
And Kings, as you can imagine, very cold winters. Hot summers, but very cold winters.
I imagine it's a bit colder than Cariñena and Calatayud, the Meseta ones.
Sharp temperature changes, late springs and autumn. And yeah, the varieties. The red ones, Tempranillo, Garnacha Tinta, Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot.
2.
Moristel, that I don't know. Parraleta.
The hell is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Pinot Noir
3,
and Syrah.
4. Okay, so we've got 4 French grapes, okay.
What do you think about that?
We have got Moristel in the shop.
Which one?
The Valencian name is Arcos from Arraya.
Ah, okay.
But I've never seen a Somontano one. What was the other one?
The other one was Parraleta.
Parraleta.
That is weird.
What is that? I want
and the whites, Macabeo, Garnacha Blanca, Alcañón, Chardonnay,
Alcañón.
Gewürztraminer, Riesling, and Sauvignon Blanc.
Again, 4 French ones.
Yeah.
And I've seen.
And it's because of the weather.
And I imagine as well the historic proximity to France.
Yeah, exactly.
I really want to find a Parraleta, and I want to find an Alcañón. What the hell is this?
That goes to our podcast.
Yeah.
We are great.
The Spanish Wine Experience podcast. Tune in.
Yeah. Look for it in Spotify. Every week we open a bottle of wine of a different region of Spain. And now we have opened a new section called We Are Grapes. And the last one we tried was Castellana Negra from Canary Islands.
Not to be confused with the chicken breed, Castellana Negra.
When we made the research,
Google it. Like, do you mean this chicken? No.
Well, the region, is located. It's located in a valley between the Ebro River and the Pyrenees. And that makes this environment perfect
it's
for
kind
this
of
kind
beautiful...
of more delicate grapes.
Yeah.
But the history of wine in that area comes from the Romans. It's a very ancient...
What a surprise.
Middle Ages, of course. There's a bunch of beautiful little towns from the Middle Ages. I'm sure that you crossed that area when you made the Camino de Santiago, right? No? Not Huesca?
There is another part you can start in Huesca, but not the bit I did.
I thought you did.
My parents have been to Huesca. There's some amazing villages there.
Oh, really?
But like, the thing I love, what they call España Profunda.
I've collected a couple of pictures.
Yes, this is the route which starts in the Pyrenees, but halfway along the border, and you go down. Look at that. Is that Ain Thun?
Oh, yes, I think so. Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah. Spain is ridiculous. Ridiculous country.
And this is the winery.
I really want to go there, man.
Sommos.
Look at the cypress trees leading up to it, like pretending it's ripping Chianti land.
It's a it's one of the regions that, and also the food there must be beautiful.
I don't know what would the food be of. What is the food of Aragon?
Wow.
Alubias de Tolosa? Beans?
Well, they have a lot of good vegetables, very good vegetables. What is Tudela?
Udella,
Famous.
they're the beans, aren't they?
Artichokes, tomatoes from there.
But I wonder what in like specifically the West area, that kind of Pyrenees countryside. I imagine
Must be
lambs,
a lot of
like
stews.
stews. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
I can smell the cheese. So anyway, how much do they produce, Roque? How many liters of?
Why? It's always interesting.
It is.
Normally, the production goes around 11 million liters of wine every year, and the production is very national. 75% of those 11 million liters remain in the country, and only 25 say goodbye. Bye bye. Bring the name of your country with pride.
Have a good time in Bulgaria, or wherever they drink it.
But yeah,
I have to say, Somontano, it is, like I say, it's just one of those regions where I find hard to get a grips to because it's so, not heavily based on, but it does so many international varieties. I see it as a really good region for international varieties. But I will say it is one of the regions that almost more than others, people actively ask for. Hola, ¿tenéis vino de Somontano?
Yeah.
No, I love them, but nobody asks for wine from Manchuela or Mentrida or Ribera del Júcar or Arribes del Duero
or Monterrey.
But people, they just go Galicia. But people do go, oye, perdona, ¿tenéis vinos de Somontano? Because Somontano wines are famously always at least pretty good and very good value for money.
Yes, and they have their personality. I mean, it's one of those regions.
Coronavirus.
Thank you. It's one of those regions you know what you are going to drink. I mean, you expect, you look for a profile of wine.
See, I disagree.
I
How would you describe a Somontano wine? It's not like Ribera del Duero.
The whites are this.
Only-
This is the best example of a Somontano white.
What if it's made of Chardonnay? Then it's nothing like it. What I'm trying to say is, Ribera del Duero, you know you're getting a big red wine made with Tempranillo. If I say, do you want a red wine from Somontano?
Somontano, you know,
It's probably going to be a French grape.
no, it's. I mean, it's the reds are closer to the style of Cariñena, for example, or
Only if they're made with Garnacha.
or Leon as well. Close to, or the interior of Catalonia regions, wines from Costers del Segre, for example, very similar.
Maybe, yeah. So what?
So yes, they have personality. They have a
No, they have personality.
style, and they have a style, and is that not very big red, not as big as Ribera, but it's more gentle but warm.
For me, Somontano is international grapes. It's the one region of Spain which I think I don't want a Tempranillo or Garnacha. I want a French grape. They do them really well. Like no other region in Spain would I think I want a, you know, if you said, I want a glass of wine from Buyas, I don't go, oh, it's Syrah. It'll be Monastrell. But with Somontano, you say, what do you want a white wine from Somontano? I probably will go, Gewürztraminer or Chardonnay. I find that really fascinating. It's the one region of Spain where I'm maybe more likely, but then like you said, a lot of the Catalan regions are very French grapes as well. We have to go there.
It's a very interesting area,
Yeah.
and we should explore it more in terms of reds. Probably we will get a good surprise.
I would just drink all these ones. The Sommos ones are good.
Questions? Fabio
Yeah,
said good night.
Fabio is
I
bored of
guess
us.
was after
Your amazing joke.
amazing joke of Germany.
If anyone has any questions, by the way, this is the time to ask them, because we've got nothing else. Because we have got one question here, which was sent to us. But if anyone has a question, please ask it now. But we do have one question from someone called Carter. I presume he's either a 1970s gangster from England, played by Michael Caine. Thank you very much. Or he's an American. Hey, I'm Carter. How can you control the levels of sugar in wine?
Oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting because
Yeah.
this is sweet. Often people think this is sweet, right? And it's not.
But it could be sweet.
Yes.
I mean, you can make sweet versions of a lot of grapes, of almost all grapes.
I mean, that's the main thing.
How can you control that? Do you add sugar? No.
I think that is one of the key things, is that people sometimes forget that any grape can make a sweet wine if you wanted to. We tried the flipping Hispano Suiza sweet Pinot Noir.
Yes.
I was like, what? Any grapes are sweet. So if you don't ferment completely until the wine is dry and you stop the process, you will have sugar left. And the way you can do that is by stopping the fermentation. So for example, port wine, you increase the alcohol and it stops the fermentation. Or for a semi-dulce or a semi-seco in Spain, you just lower the temperature of the fermentation and you have sugar left. So it's not about, I mean, I'm sure cheap wine adds sugar.
Also, you can postpone the harvest.
Yeah.
Make a late harvest and let the plant to develop more sugars in the plant, in the grapes, and then you will get more sugar. So there are different methods.
And then we have the Pedro Jimenez, which is like, hey, I made raisins under the sun. These grapes.
Yes.
Fabio has a question. Does Sommos make other styles of the old Gewürz? I don't think they have other Gewürz.
No, I think they only have this one.
They go straight for the fancy spicy style, but they have Chardonnay, I think.
Yeah, they have a huge selection of wines. This is the collection.
There you go.
This collection.
Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Tempranillo, Syrah, Chardonnay, and Gewürztraminer. See, just one French, one Spanish grape.
They have younger.
Oh, they make Glarima.
They make Glarima as well. Probably you have seen this in supermarkets. It's a more supermarket wine.
They're kind of a bit more sort of day to day. But
Sommos is behind these wines.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Yeah, they're all right. They're fine.
Yes.
This is the Sommos. Okay, this is Sommos Colección, and that's
this is the top line of wine
I see.
of this winery.
Intriguing. Any other questions? If not, go to bed.
So Carter, you have different methods. What are you planning to do? Are you planning to make sweet wine?
Carter? Oh, there's one method we forgot: ice wine.
Oh yes.
Where you freeze the grapes.
You freeze the grapes.
And you can physically remove the frozen stuff, and that means the resulting liquid will be more concentrated.
You obtain extra sugars from the...
Because you're freezing out all the water.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anything at all? Existential questions?
Yes, personal questions.
It's Sunday night. What else are you doing with your lives? Are you watching Great British Bake Off like me? I don't think we have any more questions.
Well, anyway, after this tasting, we have another tasting in our OnlyFans account, but...
Be quiet. Fabio says, this is a good question. Do you freeze it or pick it frozen? Traditional ice wine, you pick it frozen, but if it's an ice wine, you have to let the naturally be frozen. But a lot of producers just freeze it.
In that case, it cannot be called ice wine. They call it glass wine or
vide glass.
Vide glass.
Well, I suppose in Spanish, in the language of Spanish, you could say, the yellow, no, because it's not.
Actually,
no,
you cannot. Okay. You can do this method with this method. Sorry, with this method, you can also do cider.
Yes, it's true. And to be honest, not to sound like I don't know. I don't know how much it would change the flavor. You know. The M de Alejandria
that
is extraordinary wine, and it's frozen.
It's frozen.
But you wouldn't know.
It's artificially frozen.
So I don't know if it's better or worse. But
the problem with the Spanish grapes is that we don't have cold enough to let the grapes be frozen naturally. So we have to freeze them.
Anyway, final thoughts on Sommos?
Once more, I insist. This is a beautiful Gewürztraminer, one of the super good Gewürztraminer you will find in Spain, but I mean also you can find also very good Gewürztraminers from the Catalonia area.
This is
a lot
cheaper than an Alsace one as well.
Yes, it's a lot cheaper and really good quality. A little bit of aging that gives that extra power to the grape. I love it. I think it's a perfect, it's a great value wine.
Can we move the Sunday tastings to 9? I need to go to bed. Fabio.
Shut up.
So we have one more tasting left on Wednesday. We're having the Venta la Ossa
Syrah.
So that's our last tasting. So, take your photos, hashtags and all that kind of stuff, and link and subscribe. Like us, share us with your great grandmothers,
Yes.
whatever you want to do.
And remember to start ordering your November box.
Or if you know anyone with a drinking problem, tell them to buy it as well,
Yes.
because you're saving about 30 freaking euros. Right.
Thank you very much for being there. Subscribe, give us a like, press the F bell.
And just enjoy the wine.
Yeah. Well, see you on Wednesday. Bye.